My mom rings me up and she says, you know what, this trampoline guy, he was lovely, did a great job, he worked hard, got the job done very nicely, very sweet, like sounded very personable. And I think he kind of wants to go into dental. Like maybe you should offer him a job. I didn't even give it a second thought. I was like,
so what do I get? A phone call. I've hired the trampoline guy to work at our clinic.
Yeah, I hired the trampoline
Please
guy.
call him and set it all up.
What? We don't even have a trampoline in the office.
We're not even hiring.
What is he doing?
He wants
Why
to
would
get
you
into the
trampoline
field.
guy? Where was I?
You know how hard it is
Where
to
the hell
find
was
good
I?
people? Listen, you're that.
We're not even hiring.
You're the asshole.
We don't even have
that
a
tells
spot.
people to go to a restaurant and like find a freaking server.
Someone in serving customer service,
He
not
was
trampoline man.
providing a service of.
How do I not know this
He
story?
was servicing her mother.
Because. Oh wow, that took a turn.
The mediocre dentist, the mediocre dentist. 'Cause sometimes you just feel mediocre. The mediocre dentist, the mediocre dentist. I am mediocre, you are mediocre, and that's not that bad.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to another edition of the Mediocre Podcast. I am your host, Dr. David Galler. I am joined today by my co-host
Dr. Andrea Dernisky.
and our special guest,
Hi, I'm Kylie Barnett.
Kylie Barnett is our office manager. All right, tonight's episode is called The Triple Threat. That is why we have three people on tonight's podcast. Are you ready, ladies?
We're ready.
Born ready.
All right. The premise of tonight's podcast is the following. Every dental office and every dentist at any one point of their career, one of three things is happening. Sometimes all three, but there is no quiet point of a dentist's life or a dental career, okay? That is my hypothesis. I have tested it. I have asked multiple people, and at any one point of your career, one of the following three things is happening. Number one, someone's pissed. Some patient is angry.
Always.
Fair.
Every day.
Every day.
And not every day. No, I'm not talking about like someone just upset because they're waiting. I'm talking
Okay, I kept it general.
I'm talking like DEFCON 3.
Okay.
What does it mean when a patient's DEFCON 3, Kylie?
They leave quiet and they email later.
Let's call it the passive-aggressive nasty email.
Yes, I love the emails.
All the balls behind that little computer screen.
So you're happy, you close up the office,
Yeah.
lights are closed, credit card batched out,
Perfectly, not off by a penny.
sterilization done. Kylie go home to 3 children.
Yeah.
You go home to your children, I go home, everybody go home, make dinner, and you're like, I leave work at work. Oh, no, you don't. Not if you're a dentist, because Kylie opens up her email from the office and it says, Dear Office Manager.
Oh yeah, that ding at 8:00 at night.
What does it say?
I am disappointed in how today played out, or I am angry at the filling that was done, or I didn't expect this tooth to need to be extracted, and it is all your fault. I had so much decay, this tooth couldn't be saved, and it needed to be extracted.
And what do? So you're the office manager, it's 8:30 at night, and you're like, we have an issue right now. Are you calling the dentist?
You know, in my early years, I would have. Now, I hit the snooze button, and it's a deal with it Monday situation.
Deal with it Monday? It's Tuesday night.
Okay, fine. Deal with it Wednesday.
Okay.
I like that. Give yourself
Deal
a
with it
little fire.
Wednesday.
Yeah.
Okay. Email, let's say you forward it to the dentist. And now, what do you see on that?
Hold on, you think the email?
I
You think the
never-
dentist
I
reads their
never
emails?
got that. Yeah, no, we got that all wrong.
So now, okay, so you get the email and someone's taken some baggage
Yeah.
and they put it on. They're like, here, Kylie, carry this for us. Why? Because this is a dental office and I get to shoot my mouth off when I want to, and you just gonna take it. Now, you just ignore it or it's on you the rest of the night.
Yeah. I mean, it's on you for the rest of the night. I mean, we can't
Because
ignore
you're
that.
human.
Yeah.
You're playing the scripts.
You're playing
You're
the
like, you're starting to
scripts.
figure out your words. If she sent it right away, I think that's more problematic, right?
Yeah.
I learned that from you. Give yourself 24 hours. Give yourself a minute to process it. Because whenever someone comes at you aggressively, your instinct is to like back up and be like, oh yeah. And you're going to kind of probably match it with the same energy. If you give yourself some time, you practice writing something out, or I don't know, we talk about it, however that plays out. I think actually compared to me, I'm very reactionary. She is capable of being more diplomatic. Sometimes, depending on the situation
And the patient.
and the patient, depends on the patient. If this is like a first time offense, okay,
Yeah.
she's gonna be calm, collected, and cool. If it's a repeat offender, you're like, okay, bitch, it's on. And of course, you're gonna match it.
First time offender.
Yeah.
The dentist who worked on me didn't tell me what was going on / charged me. I didn't. Ba-ba-da-ba-dee-da-ba-doo-doo. What's your reaction that night? Kids are asleep. Now it's 9 o'clock.
Well, my immediate reaction, obviously internally and to myself, is this bitch must be crazy.
This job.
Well, yeah, that too, I guess. I guess I'm annoyed. Why is this my problem at 8 o'clock at night? I didn't do the filling. It wasn't me in the chair. It was nothing I did.
But please carry this on your back for us tonight.
Yeah, that's fair. I'm annoyed. But at the end of the day, I do wait and generally would not forward it until the next day.
Okay, let's play this out. So you got the email at night. Scenario 1. Now everybody come in. Now Andrea had a great night's sleep. She come in, she bringing cupcakes for everybody to the office. But she don't know they're a triple threat in office, which means she thinks the day's gonna go okay. But days don't go okay.
Non-dental.
Because something is always going to happen. And she think, maybe today's the day where nothing happens. And then she comes in, she puts down her coat, she puts down the cupcakes. What happens?
We need to talk. Yesterday, this happened, and this is how the patient saw that happening. I need to know what actually happened so I can deal with this. And,
Yeah, fair.
And what do you say?
I get fiery because I don't have the patient in front of me. So if I have any sort of emotions regarding how I feel like it went down, then I will get very, what some might call dragony.
we call her the
I
dragon.
am the dragon.
The dragon.
Yeah.
Now, I guess obviously we're talking about scenarios where maybe it was the front desk. Like maybe it was your dentistry that was a problem,
Yeah.
or maybe it was just something in the rest of the office, the associate, the front desk.
Yes.
How does the difference in that affect you? If it was like your dentistry, you're feeling what now?
Obviously that triggers more emotions because I do know that like when it comes to the clinical stuff, and we've talked about this in other episodes, like I take that real seriously. So I get, I think, uber defensive because it's like an insecurity deep down that if like the one thing that I feel not mediocre about most of the time, it's hard for me to process that. It's like the wires in my head, they just start frying and I don't know how to cope with it. And so I meet that, unfortunately, based on my personality, with a little bit of maybe anger or, I don't know, hard emotions.
So for all our listeners out there
Yeah.
who come into the office
Yes.
and find an email from an angry patient from a
Yes.
procedure the next day, they feel mediocre,
Uh-huh.
and I want them to know that you feel pretty bad too. You feel mediocre, right? When you read that attack,
Of course I do.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel that, but my response probably doesn't match that. I'm like having like a vulnerable moment and oh my gosh, I wonder what I did wrong. I immediately get, I think, a little bit, my back's up and I'm like, how dare you? My dentistry is amazing, because I don't want anybody in this world to think that my dentistry isn't.
I think perception is a big thing here, though. The patient perceived the procedure one way. It wasn't necessarily the dentistry the patient's upset about. It was how they perceived the procedure to be. It was how the patient was managed, not necessarily the dentistry. How were they talked to? Were they met with a surprise? Were they told ahead of time this might happen? It depends on how the situation led up to it that actually matters. The end result's not always the part that a patient's upset about.
Let's say it's fair criticism. Let's say it's unfair criticism. The point is, at any one point of your dental day, there's one of these three things happening. So let's say you tell her you're feeling a little bad, you're a little fiery. The solution is patient comes back. You call the patient, tell her to come in at noon, right?
Yeah, I mean, typically Kylie would try to manage the situation and at least calm them down. I don't think it's 100% of the time that they're having to come back in. And if she's able to rectify, she is very good at managing people, and she knows how to meet them wherever she needs to meet them at.
Now, where
calm them
is
down.
your mental status
Yeah.
after your little 901, 902 meeting? And she's going to call the patient. Maybe the patient going to come in. Maybe she's just going to talk to her. Maybe you can email her back. What is your mental status at 9:30, 9:45,
Vicious
10:30,
cycle.
10:45?
I can't get away from it. I'm deep in
Tell
it.
the audience, because they need to hear it, because every other fucking podcast is like, brand yourself and your amazing culture and treat people. But the truth is,
My name is Andrea, and I am going to spiral on that shit for the rest of the fucking day.
that is the truth. Because she's a very successful dentist. And she's a great skilled dentist. But when somebody is unhappy with your dentistry, even though you have 17 years of great dentistry, where does your mind go for the rest of the day?
I'm down the rabbit hole,
Yeah.
and there's no coming back.
No comment.
And I just need to go through the motions of it even. So it is what it is.
Kylie, what is
It's-
she like at 10:30? You're like, hey, just remember my daughter has ballet today. We're supposed to go see her at 4:30. What's her mental demeanor like the rest of the day?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know that it's admitted, but it's definitely on the edge. I mean, everything is definitely now met with
Negativity.
Yeah.
I
mean, the
Negativity.
mindset's
Glass is
definitely
half
there.
empty
The glass
rest
is
of
half
the day.
empty.
Like if she reach into a box of gloves and there's only one glove left,
Oh, good Lord, help the staff.
is that a moment of crisis?
Yes.
If she says, hand me the spoon excavator, and the spoon excavator hasn't
Ooh,
been
it's
sterilized.
My mosquito burr is just oftentimes not
is
there.
everything just a little.
It's a trigger for me.
Yeah.
We all have those.
Number one thing that went on. Okay, let's play it out. So you call the patient like, you know what? I was in pain yesterday, but today I feel fine. Please disregard said email.
Yes.
I'm not over it yet.
You not over it yet? At lunch, Kylie goes, she re-emailed, and it's actually amazing. And she referred 3 patients.
Okay. It was a lot of wasted bandwidth, so I'm pissed still.
Okay.
That's the problem with dentistry.
But
right?
I think over the years, we've
Yeah.
kind of accepted that patients might be a little crazy.
Yep. And it's an emotional thing. I
It's
think
an
what
emotional
we do,
thing.
dentistry is very
Which sounds so
invasive.
good, except for her 3.5-hour spiral.
Fair.
But that's on
Everybody's
me.
spiraling.
That's on me.
Oh,
That's
you're
my
the
weakness.
only dentist who spirals.
No. We're all
We
spiraling.
all spiral.
Not just
Kylie
dentists.
half thought about not even giving you the fucking email.
She didn't actually. In real life, she didn't give me the email.
No.
The next day,
No.
No.
you didn't even read her the
Because
email?
she knows I'm a dragon. She's going to
Often-
deal with me delicately.
Often I don't even forward the email.
Because dentists are sensitive souls, and because every dentist, turn around and point to it, Kylie, every dentist feels mediocre.
Yeah.
Would it be great? Let's say you and I were psychologists, and this is a highly successful 17-year, 2-office dentist who makes a handsome living. If we were on a different podcast, we'd tell you how much, but we don't have that kind of podcast. And yet one sensitive patient, and she's spiraling.
That's just another day in dentistry for Kylie having to deal with me.
Isn't it weird?
It's weird.
It's like watching an animal in the zoo. Like, look how she's gonna act crazy when we take away her water. Yeah.
Thank you for the comparison, sir.
Number
that
one.
felt good.
Number one
Dragon.
threat to the office.
Dragon wouldn't take away their work.
Unhappy patients.
Yes.
Patient happy, it's 12 o'clock.
Yes.
Andre, you're like, everything good? You're like, oh yeah. No, patient's happy, everything's good. And Kylie's like, cool. We have a moment of quiet. And then you hear this. Who is it? Hi, Janice at the door. Hi, can I speak to you guys both, please? Do you guys have a moment?
The best, yeah. Do you have a moment?
Do you have a moment? Yeah.
Do you guys have a moment?
Yeah.
Or I
was
hear
bored.
them in the waiting room. Let's ask Kylie. And I'm in the side room. Don't ask Kylie.
Hi, Janice at the door. Dr. Janiski, Kylie, can I speak to you guys for a moment? I am giving notice. And you're like, what? You've been here 10 years.
Mm-hmm.
And Barb is like, yeah, well, I'm leaving. And you're like, we have a whole slew of patients for you for the month. We're booking, how many months out are we booking hygiene?
At minimum 6.
We booking 6 months out. And she like, your problem, not mine. I'm gonna work next door because they offering $74 more an hour.
Oh,
Problem
wow.
number 2.
Yeah.
We laugh, but it's
I know.
true.
I know.
It's,
no.
it's really
But
the
we're-
world.
You know what? Like, I don't even get, like, in the past, the thought of like losing a team member triggered such emotion in me. And we're so broken. Like, whatever happened, let's blame COVID, let's blame whatever. Like, the world went to absolute shit. And like the pool from which we could derive new team members, like, depleted entirely. And loyalty changed, like everything changed, like literally overnight. We got so used to losing people. I don't think that it lands the same way. We know now, we've been classically conditioned, like we're like Pavlovian at this point. We're gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay. Like whoever you are, however important you are. Oh, are you calling bullshit? Don't say bullshit.
I would like to make a comment.
Okay.
I call bullshit. Bullshit, 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 bullshit.
Bullshit, 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 bullshit.
It's not so much bullshit.
If somebody gave notice to you
sucks.
tonight
Yes.
while we're podcasting, it'd be the end of the episode.
No.
You'd be like, I'm sorry, I can't fathom our life without Geraldine at the front desk. So sorry,
okay.
we're not going to do it. So
Okay,
you're like, you could leave, we don't care. I call.
No.
Do we have
There's
a
a
bullshit
difference.
button? Because I'm pushing it right now. Okay, when I
No, I want
bullshit.
Bullshit, 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 bullshit.
There's a difference.
Do you just dingle your
There
head?
is a difference.
Yeah, that's the bullshit head.
There is a difference between a long-term standing employee
Okay.
who has been around for a long time, who is not an employee. They're a family
They're
member.
family,
they
yeah.
are a part of our core.
Don't say culture though.
Oh,
Don't say culture. We punch you in the
Punch you in
throat
the
on the
throat.
show.
Yeah.
sure. Yeah, no culture. They're a part of our people.
Our tribe.
Our
Yeah.
tribe.
Yeah, one of your
which,
people's
by the way,
leaving.
also means
You
the
don't
same
think
thing as
people
culture.
leave?
Yeah, it would.
Yes,
it would
but if they were
literally-
our people, if they were our Geraldine or our Barb, it would mean episode over, crumble,
Okay,
Yeah.
thank
game
you.
over. Okay,
Thank
but
you.
to be clear,
Now if
it
we're
was the
breaking down
assistant-
barriers tonight. That's what's happening.
Yes,
Okay.
but if
You-
it was the assistant we hired last week, I wouldn't really care.
I'm not talking about the assistant last week. I'm saying at any one point of your career,
Yes.
one of these three things happen. So we're breaking down barriers. I like this because when I started the show, I was like, sensitive patient, and you're all like, don't bother, we know, we're used to it. And then we broke it down, and you're like, nah, don't
Spiral.
talk to me.
Yeah.
And now I'm like, staff member leaving, and you're all like, we're used to it. We hardcore Navy SEALs here. It doesn't bother us. I didn't even know they were working here. And now we're like you're, I see your eyes looking at me, and you're like, I should probably check my phone to see if there's a text from one of our hygienists.
No, they're not leaving me. It's okay.
It's not a post-COVID problem either. I call bullshit on that.
It was before.
Yeah.
Things
Yeah,
have
some of us
changed.
practiced
no,
before-
somewhere along. Yeah, fine, before COVID. But there was a time where even if you did lose a member, you had people that you like. There's a pool of people, good people that worked hard and
Yeah.
like shared values, and you could see who fit. You had options. You don't have options anymore. So yeah, it's terrifying. But at the same time, we've also learned like you could have like someone who's on your team and you actually want them to go and they won't go. And it's like you'd rather have a hole than an a-hole. It's become one of our lines. Whatever. These are the things we tell ourselves to, you know, to be able to sleep at night. But you're gonna work through it. And it's been going on for so long now where it's like beaten into us.
Back to 12:36. Said staff member has just left the office and it's just
They gave us no notice?
Yeah, they were like, I gave you 2 weeks notice, but it's retroactive 2 weeks. So today's my last day.
Okay.
And to clarify, this is like a long-term standing employee.
It's a medium.
A medium.
A
Oh,
medium.
we're getting dirty.
A medium. They walk out, thanks, love ya. Don't forget to send my recommendation for the next job. Slam the door. You still owe me $50 for the bridal shower that I collected for everyone. Now it's just you two talking. Tell me what the dialogue is like. Because our listeners think they're the only, everyone who's listening in the car going, I thought it was just me. I thought I'm the only one losing staff. I thought I'm the only one getting stabbed in the back. But they need to know it's everyone. Everyone feels mediocre when it comes to HR and staff.
How we're handling it. What are we doing?
Yeah, I don't know that we're allowed to tell people.
Yeah, that's classified. We could tell you.
This is beyond, like,
Yeah.
we're not allowed.
We have like, we're on like another level with one another. So we have like how we could do it if people were around. And we have it how we would do it if we're at Starbucks alone.
Walk me through your mental status from 12:36 to 5 o'clock the rest of the day.
I take it really personally. I do. I take it. And you know what? At the end of the day, listen, office managers, it's not my business. At the end of the day,
it literally is your job title.
It's my job title, but it's not my business. And as my job title, to sit there and run the business and make sure everyone's happy and employed and all the things, you take it very personally. But when you look at it in the grander scheme of things, you sit there and you go, what did I do wrong? How could have I made this better?
And you self-reflection.
Yes, because you sit there and you go, and this is the mediocre. Listen, this is not the girl that's been there for 3 weeks and just didn't work out. I'm okay with that.
This is the mediocre office manager coming to you. If the office manager happens to be listening, just understand Kylie is walking us through her spiral. Please watch the gazelle as she circles the cage, replaying her interactions with said employee for the last 6 years, all the while thinking, I am mediocre office manager.
I mean, I think we all go through it. I mean, we sit there and we go, was I supportive? Did I allow for the right training? Did I provide them support when they needed it? Was, you know, how was payroll? How was this? How was that? You sit there and you go through it over and over and over. And in my earlier years, they definitely would have fully blamed myself, been like, I need to be better. And I'm not saying that didn't help me grow, and it did. I've definitely spiraled and read book after book after book to become better and better, and it's helped me. But at the end of the day, if it's just not the right place for them, I think we need to just accept that, and they're allowed to move on to a place that's better for them. And I think that that's what it has to be for us.
I feel the. Are you going to ding it?
I will let you do it. I will let you do it.
I get to diddle your head?
Yeah, that's the bullshit.
Bullshit, 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 bullshit.
No, it's not.
That's you are happy for this person to go to another place and be there and or you're replaying every interaction you had because you're a mediocre office manager.
No, because you know what?
Hey, we love her. We love her.
You know what? At the end of the day, I think that, yes, sure, you spiral for the hot minute and you go home and you have the extra glass of wine and you finish your night.
Carton of ice cream?
Or Ben and Jerry's.
Yes.
Gotta love the Ben and Jerry's half-baked ice cream. Highly encourage it for all of your self-loathing.
Maybe we'll let them sponsor this. It's not going to be
Ben
anything
Jerry's,
Ben
if
and
you're
Jerry's.
out there.
Did you guys
find
also
that you are
encourage Ben and
very
Jerry's?
good
We have
at
not
helping.
yet, but
We have not secured any sponsors because mostly we tell dentists not to work more.
Oh.
And not to buy more things and not to have more operatories. So we are having trouble with sponsors. But Ben and Jerry's, we find your healing powers important to our dental lives. I continue. You're in the middle of a spiral. You've gone home with spiral. Cade, your son, comes up and goes, "Hey, Mom, I want to tell you about this great project that happened in school." And you're like, Mom's a mediocre person at best, and she can't handle staff.
Yeah.
Just want you to know.
Just want you to know, I can't handle anyone else. I definitely can't handle you. We're all just gonna need to go to bed tonight. And they go 6 o'clock. Well, that's nice. It's bedtime. It's time for bed.
You want to hear a great story? When that has nothing to do with this podcast, but has to do with bedtimes that are early. When I was a young preteen, I used to go to my grandmother's house for vacation in the
Florida?
summer
Okay.
in Florida, because that's what New York children do. They go away for the summer. And she was a strict but loving camp counselor in her house. And she liked us to drink a lot of milk and to go to sleep very early. But me and my cousin were the same age. We were active, crazy little kids. So we used to come home from camp, day camp, and then we used to run around and want to play games and watch TV. And she would take all the clocks in the house and move them ahead 3 hours.
Oh, wow.
And
I
she,
love
Slick.
this.
That is slick. I'm
Your
gonna
grandma's
try
a
that.
genius.
Write
yeah,
this
Grandma
down.
Bubbiati would
Yes.
take it'd be like, she'd be like, "Look, it's 11 o'clock. It was really only 8 o'clock. And the Cosby Show was about to come on. And she's like, "You should go to sleep." And we were like, "Can't argue with 11 o'clock. We didn't have little watches back then. And all we had was the clock. So, all right, I resonate very well with everyone in this house who's going to sleep at 6 p.m. because mommy is
Had a
mediocre.
bad day.
I
'Cause
like
mommy's
that your
mediocre.
grandma's my now hero and all clocks are being moved forward. I hope my children can't read podcasts yet or listen to podcasts yet. This is
Where to find
winning.
them? Yeah, no.
This is great.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so
See,
you're
that's-
spiraling.
You're spiraling.
And at the end of the day, I do. I at this point, I don't know that I could have, I don't know that I could probably call bullshit for most of my career, but at this point, I do believe it's okay. If they don't want to be there, it's not the right place for them. It's not the right place for you. They don't want to give you their all. It's okay.
Bullshit.
No,
I don't.
No,
It
no,
is
no.
okay.
You know what? She's right. Just like I think we agree. You can even agree with
I'm
this.
talking
Come on.
in the moment.
In the
I'm not talking
moment.
retrospective.
No, or even thinking
I'm talking on the game
She
day.
said it though. Everyone's
Oh,
spiraling.
oh,
You say the
yeah,
words.
I
we
spiraled
spiral.
first.
Okay.
She already spiraled. Give us-
After the ice cream,
No, she had
Ben
ice
and
cream.
Jerry's solved all problems.
Half baked. Ben and Jerry's.
Ben and Jerry's. Yeah,
Best
in
ice
case we
cream on
needed a
earth.
sponsor. And Ben and Jerry's told me that it was okay.
Okay. Well, now we have another problem.
The Ben
Wait.
and Jerry's.
Triple
No,
threat.
we have a full day of hygiene tomorrow and Friday, and we got no hygienist.
Yeah, that is a problem.
Now we got a real problem. Because number 2, staff quitting, understaffed, we can't see the patients, and we're gonna have the janitor clean their teeth. And that's the way it's
Wow,
gonna be.
not a bad idea.
I mean, they won't know the difference.
What the difference? All right, let's say
You just let that slide.
I
That was
don't
good.
want to touch it.
That was You're like the you and hygienists like have a thing.
Oh,
It's
I
like
don't
a
want.
public feud, and you didn't just take that. She just like handed it to you on a silver platter.
Not familiar with what food you're talking about.
Okay, all right, taking the higher road. I
That's
like
okay.
it.
I love hygienists.
All right, I'm on to you.
Okay, we've had 2 spirals, and it's only been 1 day. And on the way to work, you stop at Starbucks in the morning, or you do, and you bump into somebody, and you're like, "Hey, I've never seen you here before." And she goes, "Yeah, well, I just moved to the neighborhood, and I'm a hygienist looking for work."
Karma. The universe delivered.
The universe delivered. And you're like, "Well, we have a practice down the block here and a full slate of patients. I think you should come work." And she goes, "I don't have anything to do today. I was going to go and send out my resume, but can I just have a working interview today and I'll just do all your hygiene patients?"
To be clear, this is something Andrea would do.
I would.
She goes
Absolutely.
to Starbucks and comes back
Yeah.
and is like, "By the way, this is happening."
And you walk with her hand in hand.
Listen, just like side story here, and she can verify this. You know that against your wishes, I purchased a trampoline for my daughter. And you
Okay.
said I would never use it, whatever. That's fine. We had this nice young gentleman came and put the trampoline together. He was articulate. He had good personality. And I think he had told my mom. I wasn't even there while it was happening. But my mom was like, "This guy."
You weren't even
I
there?
wasn't even there. But I
Oh, good.
said
You weren't there?
no.
Because this was starting to sound like the plot of a
What?
porn movie I had seen.
Oh my God.
Where the trampoline guy is
no.
in my backyard
Oh,
setting up a
my
trampoline with
God.
my wife.
Okay.
It gets better.
It gets no, yeah.
Okay, but
so,
you're not home.
It's better
Okay,
than
because
home.
I
I'm
was spiraling
working.
right there because I think I'm a mediocre husband. Okay, you're not there.
I was not there.
Can you just lead with that?
No, because I wasn't worried about you. He's like a child. Anyway, this nice young man and my mother, they hit it off. Now this is getting weird. I'm choosing weird.
this
You
is so
went
great.
weird and it took my
Your
brain
mom
places.
said she's going to be one of our tens of listeners
I know.
to this podcast.
Okay,
So if you turn
Mom?
your mom off from this podcast, we've literally lost 10% of our listeners.
okay, all right. I'm gonna dial us back
Mom
in here.
likes the young
Okay,
trampoline
this
guy.
is-
She liked the young trampoline guy.
This is only going to get us viewers.
Okay.
We might lose Mom, but we'll gain 10 more.
How
It's
many
okay.
trampoline sponsors could there be?
Spring free trampoline.
Oh, there.
Okay,
It's a damn good
on
trampoline.
with the show.
He did a fantastic job. Okay, he cared about his work. I'm
At
saying
setting up the trampoline.
setting
just
up
so
the
we're
I was
clear.
right there.
I know.
I'm like,
just
oh
so
my
we're
God.
clear, he did a really good job
job.
at setting up the trampoline, not
You guys
impressing
are
Mom.
pigs. You know what? This poor man anyways, he showed interest in the dental profession in his conversations with my mother. Okay? My mom rings me up and she says, you know what? This trampoline guy, he was lovely, did a great job, he worked hard, got the job done very nicely, very sweet, like sounded very personable. And I think he kind of wants to go into dental. Like, maybe you should offer him a job. I didn't even give it a second thought. I was like,
So what do I get? A phone call. I've hired the trampoline guy to
What
work
the
at our
fuck?
clinic.
yeah, I hired the trampoline
Please
guy.
call him and set it all up.
What? We don't even have a trampoline in the office.
We're not even hiring.
What is he doing?
He wants
Why
to
would
get
a
into the
trampoline
field.
guy? Where was I?
You know how hard it is
Where
to
the hell
find
was
good
I?
people? Listen, you're that
We're not even hiring.
you're the asshole.
We don't even have
that
a
tells
spot.
people to go to a restaurant and like find a freaking server.
Yeah, someone
Yeah.
in serving customer service,
He
not
was
trampoline man.
providing a service of
How do I not know this
He
story?
was servicing her mother.
because oh wow, that took a turn.
You said
I've
service.
got
I
nothing.
can't help
I've
it,
got
I'm
nothing. I've
What?
got nothing.
I have a lot of questions. Where is trampoline man right now?
He already
Where-
got hired
he's
and
not
fired.
here.
You hired him?
No, I
and
did
you
not
fired
hire
him?
him.
I
I
felt
appeased
like
my
I
boss
hired
by
him.
pretending I hired him, but I did not hire him.
She really did.
How did this conversation even go?
Kylie,
Hey,
I
I
hired
run a
somebody.
dental office.
I
We
w-
think you might be good taking x-rays because you're nice at putting together
No,
a
he wasn't gonna be-
trampoline.
I love this.
I
because it's
understand.
actually how
I
it happened.
understand. I understand how stupid it sounds now. At the time, when we were really running short on like good personalities. I'm a big like. I've told you this in past episodes. I didn't know my ass from my elbow. I didn't know a thing about clinical dentistry. I didn't know a thing about how to run a practice.
You
But
still don't know. You just hired a trampoline guy to see patients in
I
a
told you I hate
health-
business.
Do you think if he had
I hate
the
business.
skill-
I like people. I like personality. I like that. I like being around good personalities. It inspires me to bring out my personality. When we're
You-
around a bunch of duds, I hate it. It's
you
like
weren't even around him.
I
Your
experi-
mom,
I experienced him through my
hearsay,
mom. We
liked the
shared genes.
trampoline guy, and you hired him.
To be
You
clear, this
did.
is the part I missed of the story. I didn't understand. She didn't even meet the guy.
Well, I'm actually happy about that. What does this have to
I
do
did
with
eventually.
meeting a hygienist at the store?
Because I randomly would hire a person. I would do stupid shit like that.
Oh, okay, that was a good story then.
Yeah.
So the hygienist comes in, she working through the day, and you're like, problem solved. We had a threat, and we riding pretty. And you're like, karma's beautiful because yesterday we had an angry patient, and now we don't, because that was solved. And we had a staff problem, and that was solved. And the new hygienist, goes into her operatory, and what do we find there?
Oh, don't
She
say
come
it.
out and she
Don't
goes,
say it.
Kylie,
No.
can I ask you a question? Because my chair doesn't go back.
Oh, I knew you were gonna go there.
You're like, what? You're like, yeah, no, the chair. You're like, you're just pushing the wrong button. You don't know how to push the chair back. Happens. It's first day.
Yeah.
Everyone's got new equipment. So you're like, let me show you how it goes. And you go back there and you push the button and the chair don't go back. And then you have a broken chair. And let's be clear,
Yeah.
yesterday, the chair was working. Today, the chair is not working. Do you know why? Because the dental equipment gods hate us.
Also, the hygienist equipment must have sabotaged it.
Must have.
Must have.
How are you going to fix it? We got patient in the waiting room, needs a cleaning.
We're going to clean their teeth sitting
Standing
up.
up.
Sitting
Oh, yeah.
up.
Absolutely.
How do you fix every problem in the dental office? Every electrical problem, how do you fix it?
Call Sinclair or Henry Shine.
Call Henry Schein. Before that,
Turn off the power to it.
plug it in,
Plug it in, plug it out.
plug it out.
I don't see where the plugs are though, but
If
there's a
you
switch.
like plug it in, plug it out methodology, I want you to send me themediocredentist@gmail, just a thumbs up, because I think that that's how to solve all problems, because the equipment gods haven't thought of that.
What's the first thing they say to you? Did you restart it? I didn't call you and wait 20 minutes on hold to restart it. Of course I restarted it.
And
It didn't work.
call Henry Schein. What did they say?
It's going to cost
We'll be
$1
there in
billion.
10 days.
10, yeah, exactly.
10 days. Let's just do the quick math on that.
Yeah.
Eight hygiene patients a day.
Oh,
More?
How
I
much money
know.
do we make on each hygiene patient?
way too much.
270?
I already told you, I have no idea.
2,700. 2,700 times 10 days, 27,000. We could probably buy another dental chair
In the
before we
time
get
it's
this
gonna
one
take.
fixed. Still be at the same amount of money.
Yeah.
And it's funny because you giggling and you're like, I thought we escaped the triple threat, but there ain't ever escaping the triple threat.
No, it's just one thing after.
So this hygienist that you just hired
Yep.
is sitting in the waiting room, is sitting in the break room now.
Now I'm paying her
She-
to
you're-
do nothing.
the hygienist is sitting in the break room because you already hired her.
Yep.
She's sitting there talking to the trampoline guy. They both work in here. Trampoline's
I
guy.
can't
like,
blame her.
you're
He's
like,
fun to
"Can
talk
Can you
to.
do some X-rays?"
Great
And he's like,
personality.
there's a trampoline to put together here. I'm your guy. I don't know how to do it. And we're like, trampoline guy, there's a chair that's broken. And he goes, oh, well, let me take a look. So he walk into the operatory. He pull off the back of the chair. He find like two wires that are disconnected. And it says on the wires, connect us. So he connects them. And as soon as he does that, the chair goes, ooh, and it goes down. And
I knew
you're-
I saw something in him.
I-
I knew I saw that in him. I knew it.
And you feeling like we beat the triple threat. You feeling pretty good,
Feeling
right?
pretty good. Yeah.
You
I
coming
feel
out of
good.
lunch
Absolutely.
and everyone like a little bit happy, right?
We're
Yeah.
going to Cactus Club. We're celebrating.
You
Yes.
little bit happy.
Yep.
But at 1 o'clock, phone rings. And because Barb's away, she's still at lunch, you figure like, office manager, I'm gonna take care of everything. So you pick up the phone. And you know what we hear on the phone?
I don't want to know.
My lip is still numb from the injection last week. Is that normal?
Yeah, you'll be fine.
Is that normal? Because I haven't felt anything here like in about 7 days. I thought the numbness would have been. I'm not saying it. I'm just calling to find out if that's normal. What
Here
do you
we go.
say, Kylie?
You'll be fine.
You'll be fine.
Yeah.
She's not
Call
saying
me
You'll
anything.
be
Right.
fine.
No.
You'll be fine.
Let me get you in.
What are you thinking, Kylie?
I'm gonna triple book her when we have no rooms, no columns, and no
Let's
assistants.
role play. Hi, Kylie. Remember, it's Jill. Remember I had the little filling last week? Dr. Dernisky gave me an injection. Well, I still can't feel my lip. It's been 7 days. Is that okay?
Hi, Jill.
Hi.
It's definitely not necessarily considered normal,
It's definitely not considered normal.
but not to panic. We'll get you in and we'll have doctor take a look.
Okay. Should I come in like next month or when should I come in?
Let me just quadruple book you this afternoon. We only have one assistant, no chairs. We'll get you in, no worries.
Oh, good Lord.
I come in today?
Sure.
You say it might be a problem?
No problem. We'll just take a look.
Okay. She coming in at 4 o'clock. Now, Dr. Dernisky's going, it's a good day in the neighborhood. It's a good day in the neighborhood because Mr. Trampoline Guy fixed the chair. Hey, Kylie, what do I have? going on in the afternoon?
So, Dr. Daniski, that filling you did last week when she didn't really freeze right away, and then we kept giving freezing, she still can't feel her lower lip. And so, I know you're really busy this afternoon, and it's a really big appointment, and this patient's kind of high maintenance, but I kind of quadruple booked it, and we don't really have a room, but like, do you think you could see her?
Okay, just so you guys both know, to date, this has not happened to me. And you are literally bringing, I feel like
I can't believe you just
negative.
said that.
I know, because it's going to now happen next week. I know.
Are you? Can we edit that?
I know.
Are you fucking crazy?
I know. I don't know why I did it, but you know what? I actually feel so like I am having.
I'm having anxiety.
I'm having
It's not gonna
anxiety.
come to you.
I'm thinking about it.
Do you not remember that you're at best a mediocre dentist?
I know.
You just
Middle of the pack.
Did you just ask the dental gods to challenge you with a freezing lip that
it happens to everybody. I understand that it happens to everybody in their career, but now I actually just felt like it happened to me. Maybe I get it out of the way this way. We could do that.
Look at your posture.
Oh,
I'm sick to my stomach. I want to vomit. Okay. Yeah. I'm thinking about this happening, and
she'll be fine.
No, because I'm thinking I'm not an asshole. I actually use like the stuff that's like least neurotoxic, and you have to be very good with your aim. So like I'm playing by the rules here. I'm not doing like the crazy shit and like throwing like the extra high percentage. I'm not putting astrocaine or whatever you call it in the States up at their inferior alveolar nerve or the lingual nerve. I can't even think of the nerves anymore. I'm so nervous right now.
Did we mention that this story is fake?
It feels.
I don't think we did because she's
real.
quite freaking out
She's
right now.
freaking out.
Andrea, Jill doesn't exist.
I know, but she does in my mind, and I'm fucking spiraling. I'm spiraling right now.
Because
way to ruin it. I was having a nice time.
Every day.
Okay,
Where's
well,
the
the patient's
bullshit bell?
coming.
This is bullshit. Fucking ding-a-ling.
Bullshit, 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 bullshit.
I didn't know we could dingling.
I know
This
it's
is-
oddly sad. You know what? I'm sad that you did that.
I
knew it was a
I just want
bobblehead.
to say that even though on the first scenario I call bullshit, and
Yeah.
then the second scenario I call bullshit, I want to say the third scenario I think you both did well, and on the fourth scenario, which was back to the first scenario,
Yeah, I know.
I feel like we really saw the real you.
Okay, thanks.
I think we really
I'm
saw the
bringing
real
the
you.
dragon next.
Yeah, I think we saw the part of you that you've frozen 600,000 people in procedures in
Yes.
17 years.
Yes.
The one
Imaginary.
imaginary
I know.
person who was frozen, and it sent you spiraling. Why is it the fact that 599,999 freezings went well, and the one that didn't makes you feel mediocre? You're quoting to me the imaginary articaine that you used. You're quoting to Kylie and I the local anesthetic that you imaginary used on our imaginary patient because you feel mediocre. And I just want to give you a hug and tell you
That's my
that
thing. I'm the hugger though.
that
I give
that
great
is the
hugs.
opposite of bullshit. I think that was amazing.
Thank you. Thank you for that.
And that concludes our triple threat of your practice. Please know that at any one time in your career, / any one time of even your day, one of these things is happening. You could be either spiraling on a patient. Now, in our scenario, our scenario only lasted 4 hours, but most last between 4 to 6 weeks, maybe a couple of months.
Yeah.
Solve that, some staff member just gave notice / defected to another office. Solve that, and now there's a flood in the office. It was fine on Friday, but we came in Monday and somebody made a river here.
No.
Oh, the
Too
tanning
soon.
salon. The tanning salon's water hoses disconnected and literally did flood our clinic.
Flood our clinic.
And
Didn't
at
even
that
happen
time,
in our clinic.
at the
Yeah.
time that it flooded, was there an angry patient also? Or were you guys just having a
Happened
happy
overnight.
weekend?
Oh, I don't even remember.
I don't either, but I'm pretty sure the patients were quite angry. We had to cancel them.
Yeah. And then we got very mediocre repairs done to our entire
Oh.
practice.
That's true too.
Yeah. So that felt nice.
Anyways, that hit a
Thanks
soft
for
spot.
thank
Yeah,
thank you. This has been therapeutic.
I hope all our listeners are feeling very therapeutic because everybody who's on a treadmill / driving to work near is going, yeah, one of those three things is happening to me. And what they need to understand is that it's happening to every single dentist
Yes.
in North America.
Absolutely.
All right.
Let's be real.
All right, you know what time it is? It's time to be real. It's time to be real, kids. Let's go. Let's be real. Let's be real. Patients who write passive-aggressive emails in the middle of the night suck.
Being a manager is so hard.
Said no one.
Let's be real. This whole podcast thing is like stirring up a lot of emotions in me.
Let's be real. My wife just had a panic attack about a fake patient getting a paresthesia.
Let's be real. Dealing with doctors sucks.
Let's be real. My office manager thinks that she doesn't have to manage when people leave.
Let's be real. I don't think I'm going to show up on Monday morning. I don't want to deal with this shit. I'm done.
Let's be real. At every point of every day, every dentist, and we learned tonight every office manager feels mediocre.
Mediocre.
Mediocre indeed. And let's be real. When Kylie feels mediocre, she makes her children go to sleep at 4 p.m.
And I've now learned to set my clocks ahead by 3 hours.
Thank you, Bubby Addie.
Thank you.
Let's be real.
All right. Our wrap up of episode called The Triple Threat with my triple threat, Kylie Barnett, our office manager, and Dr. Andrea Zerniski, my co-host, wife, and dentist. Every dentist at any point has one of 3 major crises going on in the office. And if you're not having one of these 3, you're lying to us.
Absolutely.
You're absolutely lying. Because every single person listening to this podcast at this point either has a patient that's going off the edge, maybe might sue you, you're thinking it,
In America, yeah.
or we have a staff member who's given notice / toxic, or the server's down, the x-rays don't work, the mouse doesn't work, no power in room 3, the chair doesn't work, there's a flood, and compressor's broken, so we're gonna spoon excavate the whole day. Thank you very much.
The mediocre dentist, the mediocre dentist. 'Cause sometimes you just feel mediocre. The mediocre dentist, the mediocre dentist. I am mediocre, you are mediocre, and that's not that bad.